Welcome back to This Week. I'm pleased to be joined by Sharon Hurt, Metro Council Member at Large, and I said in the open, former executive for nonprofit. You are a current executive for nonprofit. I apologize for that.
No problem, no problem.
And most importantly, candidate for mayor of Nashville.
Yes.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you. So nice to see you.
You're in the arena. Why do you want to become mayor of Nashville? What is it that tells you I'm the person at this particular time to lead this city?
It's time for a change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And I am the change that needs to take place. We need healing. We need love in this city. My name is Sharon Hurt, and I am sharing the hurt that many of our constituents are feeling. Considering that we have so many people here who have not felt the benefit from the big, explosive boom that Nashville has seen. And we need to make sure that we change that. I started working in nonprofit and did not realize the disparities. But it's so many disparities because when I came here, I said I saw so much hope and opportunity. I tell people I'm not an optimist, I'm a pessimist because I see so much opportunity in the things that Nashville had to offer, and especially for a person of color like me. And we've seen this divisiveness and the people who are voting with their feet and leaving because they can no longer afford to live here. We've had project after project, and only a select people have been benefiting from it, where others who's also paying into it are not seeing those same benefits.
Do you have a singular priority? I mean, there's obviously some great things about Nashville. There's some issues that need to be fixed about Nashville. But let's say in your first 4 years as mayor, you can only fix or improve one particular issue. What would that top issue be?
It is so many things, and I think that there are many things that we do have. The one thing that I would change is making sure that there is not one block in this city that has been forgotten. I think that, Abraham Lincoln said that if you can change the public opinion, you can change the government. The one thing that I think is a misnomer is that people think that minority is race-based, but it's not. It's needs-based. It's the veteran who's looking for housing. It's that disabled person who's on a fixed income but need to pick up some extra work. It's that mother in Madison who has kids that she needs health care for. It may be the Black and brown communities. It's those women who have worked extremely hard to create their own small woman-owned business that needs that uplifting in order for them to experience the same wealth and growth that Nashville has. And if we understand that and make sure that they have the resources and the tools that they need, I think we will see, I say all the time that a rising tide lifts all boats.
As a council member at large, to be successful, it's about relationships. As a mayor, to be successful, you're going to have good relationships with the Metro Council, with your staff, with voters, with citizens, with the state. How do you rebuild the burned bridge between the city of Nashville and the GOP supermajority? How do you maintain the authority of the mayor, the authority of the Metro Council, the authority of the city that's trying to be taken away?
So I think that the control, when one controls themselves, that is where the real power is. When you try to control other people, that's the mistake that's being made. We stay focused on the things that we're doing, and our light is going to shine no matter what. Nashville is the economic engine for the state of Tennessee, and of course we will engage in conversations. Of course we will build those coalitions. I think we need to build relationships with our surrounding counties, and it's even with Memphis. I think all of that is very necessary. I don't think there's a panacea or a silver bullet for it, but I think that what we've got to do is stay focused. You know, I used the term that we got to walk on water, cannot get distracted by the thunder, the lightning, and the wind that's coming, but stay focused and make sure that we leave not one block, not one community behind, and we all come together in solidarity, and we'll let the other take care of itself.
Stay with us. Our conversation with Sharon Hurt, Nashville candidate for mayor of Nashville, continues when we come back. Welcome back to This Week and our conversation with Nashville candidate for mayor, Sharon Hurt. Thank you again very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
We talked about relationships. How much about being successful is about trust? The people of Nashville having trust in their mayor, you having trust in the people you work with. We see that trust by the citizens is at an all-time low for politicians. How do you, as a new mayor, regain that trust and build on that trust?
I think we have to do it with truth and transparency, and that is something that I've been known to do, is tell the truth. No matter where I am, from the outhouse to the White House, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm a member of the Downtown Rotary, and we have a four-way test. And it says, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build friendships, goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? So I take those things in consideration in everything that I do. I have to sleep at night. So I'm going to give people the truth. You don't have to worry about where I stand. I sacrifice myself for others and have done. My mother taught me a long time ago to have compassion for those who life has put a backhand slap on them, and I will never ever be separated from the values that she taught me. And I do that as a council member. I'm going to do it as a mayor, and I've done it as a public servant leader for 40 years. You cannot work in the public for 40 years on the ground with grassroots organizations to bring them up with grass tops unless you have relationships and you speak truth to power.
Couple of issues. The new state funding formula for education effectively gives Nashville and metro schools less money because it now follows the students, and every time you lose a student, you lose funding. How do you keep Nashville a minority-majority school system validated? How do you keep it operating? How do you make up for the lost money that the state is not going to give you to keep that system? That's a big challenge for the school board and the mayor.
It is a very big challenge. And again, there's no silver bullet and no resolution. I think the best resolution for things is prevention. But because we have found ourselves in this place, I think we've got to find a way to provide incentives. I think there are open schools that have been closed. I mean, open in terms of the buildings are still standing. I think we should rehab those, turn them into lofts, and give teachers some good housing, something that's close to the schools where they work and the things that they're doing. We've got to find a way to recruit them outside of our colleges. I'm even thinking that we got to do something for our little kids and get them on a trajectory of becoming a teacher so we can make sure that we pay those teachers the things that we need to pay them, and we bring more credibility to the work that they're doing. So I think the best way we're going to have to do it is through some type of incentive.
Nashville is behind on mass transit, a plan. The mayor has a plan. There is some growth happening. There is synchronization of lights, but a lot more needs to be done. Do you have a plan for a goal or a vision for mass transit for Nashville?
I do have a vision. You know, I worked with a regional transportation some 10 years ago, and I told them that we need to put up some toll booths in order to, but they were not for that. But the thing of it is that I think I'm a very pragmatic person, and I think we're going to have a short term and a long term. And the short term plan, I think we're going to have to work with our big businesses, with our schools, and maybe insert some flexible time for people come to work early, some late, get the high school students that can stay home. They come to make sure we get some of the cars off the street. Think we can also reduce the size of some of the buses that we have and reducing some of those costs and so many cars. Like we've got magnet schools, put them in some of those big buses, pick them up, and have that go round and round, and we keep those parents off the street at the same time. Then I think we're going to have to do some light rail. The Music City Star, what we have, I think we need to expand it to all of our surrounding counties and make sure that we operate that just a little bit more and a little bit more robust, again, to take those off. And I know we don't want to talk about bus rapid transit, but I believe in it. We're already behind, but we've got to do something. Doing nothing does nothing.
20 seconds left. What do you want to say to the people of
I
Nashville?
want to say that when they vote for me, they're going to vote for someone with life experiences, something that we've not had in the city hall. Someone that people can relate to. When you vote for me, you're voting for yourselves, because I am there. I am a black woman who has been a small business operator, advocate, workforce development, affordable housing, you name it. I've done it from children all the way to centenarians.
Sharon Hurt, appreciate your time.
Thank you so very much.
Good luck
I
on the
appreciate
campaign.
I appreciate it.
Stay with us. This week continues in a moment.
Thank you.